All right.
Mhm.
So I think the first question is, do we have some more raps in the kitty? Do we have some more raps ready to break out? Because we open up this season. So do we have some more fiery, some more fiery from Katy?
I mean, yeah, I mean, I'm not a rapper normally, and so this was a very specific experience for me. I loved it. It was really fun and really funny to to try to do this rap. But yeah, maybe it'll be in my future more so. Not me personally. I doubt that I have a rap career ahead, but perhaps Katy will dip her toe in again. Maybe she liked it. Maybe that'll be her next career move. I'm not really sure, but for Michelle, I think I'm going to leave my rap career in season 9, episode 1 of Letterkenny for now.
For now, we'll look forward to more coming out. One
Mhm.
of the things I love about this show is how much throughout the seasons it's shown that everyone in Letterkenny is all family, one way or the other. And I think that it didn't show like it showed the most at the end of last season. That run of everyone going to it as well. I mean, what when you guys saw, either you recorded it or just saw it and saw the family running to protect. Like, what was your main thoughts?
Well, the main thoughts are exactly what you just said. It's loyalty, it's family, it's protection. It's like somebody fucks over one of us, you're gonna have to deal with all of us, and especially somebody who's so close to everybody's heart in Katie. How can we not? You know, what kind of people would we be if we didn't step up and try and deal with the dickhead that like forced this upon her? And then in turn forced it upon all of us. So that feels good because it feels like the whole show feels. It feels like loyalty. It feels like family, chosen or otherwise. It feels great and kind of fun to see a slow mo run to go and kick someone's ass. You know what I mean? So the viewer likes it, hopefully, and so it's all good. I love that.
Well, and what I'm looking more for from your character is I need to see more dancing, is what I need to see, whether it's holding the beer cup or doing different stuff too. So I feel like there needs to be more dancing in coveralls and, figuring out that whole thing too. So did they give you some ideas on what they wanted you to do for dancing, or is that something you had within you? You already had that dancer vibe.
That's something that it doesn't say what kind of dance to do for the most part, except for that line dance a couple seasons ago that I like flubbed up and then we did. Anyways, but no, it just says Daryl dances, or it insinuates that I dance, and then I come up with the dances and I pitch the dances to Jared and Jacob and say, "Is this going to be okay?" And they usually laugh at me like I look like I'm an idiot because I kind of do look like an idiot when I'm dancing. And then it goes on camera and hopefully it gives people a laugh because it's like it's so much fun, man. I love moving my feet. Who doesn't love moving their feet? It's fucking awesome. So I hope there's more dancing for Daryl. Damn it. I hope the audience likes it. And is it fun? You're goddamn right it's fun. Yeah, hell yeah.
And another thing that it has to be fun too, and I have to ask, in your own minds, when you get the script and they have those metaphor back and forth of every kind of different title and name for things, do you read it but with everyone else's voice? Do you read it with, this is how Wayne sounds in my head, this is how Jared sounds in my head, this is when you read them, you're like, okay, this and this, but do you hear their voices when you read it?
At this point, definitely, it's hard not to. Yeah, I mean, maybe season 1, not so much, obviously, because we're just kind of getting acquainted. But now, yeah, I can't read a Letterkenny script without hearing Nate's voice or hearing Jared's voice, and it just, it brings everything to life, and it kind of, yeah, it's just the way it goes,
It,
for
it,
better or for worse.
yeah, it's very much a till death do us part. Exactly like you just said, for better or for worse. I'm gonna hear your voice in my head when I read your
Forever, yeah,
lines on the page. You're
yeah,
gonna hear mine. Too bad. I'm just gonna be stuck in your head.
exactly.
But that's kind of nice too, because then you can, then you get a bit of a flow going on. You can hear how the scene's gonna play out. It's kind of nice like that. And then once you actually get to set and you can read it with everybody, then you're kind of like, oh, it was right. I remember what he sounds like, and then I remember what Katie sounds like, and then it's fun, and then everybody has a good time, and it's great.
Well, I have to ask too. There's a lot of times when you're all at the dinner table or the table there constantly, and I'm sure they have to block and do a bunch of stuff. So, out of your memory, can you think of the weirdest conversation you all had just being there together in that little four top where you're kind of just looking at each other?
Like personal conversations?
Well, yeah, just like where you're just like, okay, that's just the weirdest thing. Let's start recording because this is getting too weird or something.
I mean, I feel like we can't say.
Oh,
We've talked
okay.
about some weird shit. Like I don't want to throw anyone under the bus, you know what I mean?
Okay.
Yeah, it
How,
gets
how about
weird.
how about we move to this and say, is there do you all kind of like, since you're looking at each other, do you all kind of put each other in like, okay, Katy, you're wait, Katy, you're too happy to be Katy right now, or Wayne, your eyes are too open, close those eyes more. I mean, do you guys kind of go through those things to be like, Darry, you need to look a little more questioning, like, is that something you all feel, or you just kind of you guys drop into it like a hat, like just like it just happens?
We wouldn't correct each other. I think that would be a bit inappropriate and no one would take too kindly. I wouldn't ever do that. I think that's our director Jacob Tierney's job if one of us is not fully present for whatever reason. But I think at this point, and Nate, you can interject, but like I think we kind of we're in our rhythm. We know what it is. It feels authentic. If something isn't working, Jacob or Jared has no qualms with saying this isn't working. Let's try it a different way. But yeah.
And also back to your thought too. Just to make very clear, Jared's eyes are always squinted enough. He never needs to be told to squint them more. They are always like pinhole squinted. So
Yeah.
he's always got that down. He drops right into the hat immediately. If any of us are not into it, his eye squinting is always into it. I
Always
guarantee that.
Yeah.
All right, and now I have to go. Season's already out, so I have to get to spoiler territory here. Anyone who's watched it, stay along. But if not, go back and then come back again. I have to ask, love this season. Is there love to be found for Darry and Katy going forward, for Daryl and Katy? Do you think that's something that we're going to find? I know Katy's looking for it, but she's also doing kind of a scorched earth as well. So how do you
Yeah,
feel?
is she looking for love?
I don't know.
He's
I
looking
don't
for a
think
certain kind of love.
I question what kind of love she's looking for. And then the other question I have for her is always like, that questioning of Stuart too, and how big whatever Stuart's packing is as well. Is that gonna bring all the girls to the yard, as they say?
I mean, has it yet? Not really. I mean, he's kind of. I think. Well, Katie's never.
Are
Katie's
you
never
are you
seen it.
sizing it?
Yeah,
That's what I'm doing.
that he went there. He did that.
Sorry, guys.
I think Katie's kind of like, huh, about that, but she doesn't really care. I don't know. I think Katy, is she looking for love? Maybe, but if it isn't right for her, she's not gonna lose a lot of sleep over it. She's just doing her. She's living her life. She's comfortable in her own skin, and whatever that looks like moving forward, she's open to. That's what I think.
And how about Daryl's love life? Where would you like to see that go?
Well, yeah, I mean, Daryl's always looking for love too, but I think he has a tendency to shoot himself in the foot and maybe not make the best choices in terms of love. So I think he'll be looking, definitely. Will he find it? He probably got his head up in the clouds. You can't read a map to get to love if your head is up in the clouds. That's what I'll say about it.
Yeah.
That's it.
I gotcha. Well, I want to thank both of you for talking to me today. A huge fan of the show. More importantly, I hope that when we get all through this, you all recommence the tour, because you were coming here to Las Vegas, the Cosmopolitan. So there was going to be a lot of fun to
Yes.
be had, to be sure. So I want to thank you all, and hopefully everyone is safe and healthy.
Thanks, and same to
Thanks,
you.
Derek.